if you're looking to get into competitive play and you want real good insight, that playlist is insane. Like, I don't think you'll find anything like that anywhere else in competitive play, where someone has literally sat down and talked with the greatest players in the game and got the insight. Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to Faded Town, #1 Pokemon podcast in the world. These are facts. Look them up in a book, Google them, Pokestats them, Dino Data, Crunchyroll, whatever you gotta do, you know? I'm back again. Just me this week again. It's just been, to be completely honest, I've been busy, hectic weekends. The boys are busy, but we got to put something out. So, and there's a lot of news. So make sure you like, subscribe. Leave down in the comments on anything that you guys want us to touch on, like whatever you guys prefer to listen to. Because I know we're probably gonna do whatever we want to do, but we like the feedback. Like if you like deck profiles or something. I don't know if we'll ever really do deck profiles, but once the season starts, it's gonna be a lot of just meta talk and what we think is good. The one-on-ones will come back. Those will just be a lot more topical when we're actually playing the game. So just chill with us for now. Right now, I'm going to cover some news. We had the delay of Pokemon TCG Live, which I'll get into that. I think it's great. We had some leaks from the new set, which we'll talk about, which I have big opinions on. I think it's very good. We have Product Drop, and Fusion Strike comes out next Friday. I think also got delayed, might not get delayed. I don't know. People are telling me it's got delayed, but I played the pre-release, so I don't know. Don't really care, to be honest, because again, we're not even playing competitively, so it is what it is. So make sure hit the like button, do all the cool stuff. Share this. As the reason we don't have subscribers because you're not sharing my content. You know, that's how it is, you know. We're still #1, you know. We're #1 Pokemon podcast. These numbers that are online or whatever, they're all conspiracies and whatever. But just share us, share us with your friends, you know. Again, first time watching. This is gonna be mostly competitive Pokemon. If you go to the playlist down below, there's one that has like one-on-ones, and I've done one-on-ones with the best players in the world. I've talked to, so if you're looking to get into competitive play and you want real good insight, that playlist is insane. Like, I don't think you'll find anything like that anywhere else in competitive play, where someone has literally sat down and talked with the greatest players in the game and got the insight. Their backstories on how they got into the game and what it took for them to get to where they're at. So definitely go check that out. I'll probably link it on Twitter in the next couple days too. I think it's a very underrated thing that people should take advantage of. And we're gonna do it again. Like, these players, we're gonna start playing again. I'll start talking to them again. Might come up with a new format on how I'm gonna do it. I think I want to do some live stuff. I think I want to do some interviews and stuff when I'm at the regionals. So if we can do some type of like food truck diaries, go take the homie, get some food, let's talk Pokemon, some live stuff. I think that'd be cool. It's a little more technical. It takes like a cameraman and stuff, but we'll worry about it when we get there. I think we'll see what happens, but either way, we'll come back with the one-on-ones once competitive player comes. But go check out the old ones. There's nothing like that content-wise. Like to be able to sit and listen to an hour-long thing of the best players in the world, all in one playlist. I just don't think that's out there. I think it's great. But for now, I'm just gonna touch on the Pokemon news. And I'll have Bradner and everyone. Bradner, Carter, maybe Tate comes back. Who knows? Rule's always gonna be here. They're gonna be staples. So don't worry. I know it's 2 weeks in a row. You just listen to me solo delo, which you might not like, or you might like. Who knows? But it's just timing stuff. Like it's bad timing on my part. I don't schedule things correctly the last 2 weeks. So I've been doing a lot of outside activities, and this is what we get. So let's jump right into Pokemon Live gets delayed. I've seen mixed feelings on Twitter. I think it's great. I know, like, everyone's excited to play. The PTCGO client is trash. The Fusion Strike packs have live codes that get you more excited. There's so many plus sides of getting a new client, but at the end of the day, this is good news, because for some reason they looked at that game and went, we can do better. We can put out better content, and we're gonna delay it. We're gonna put it out. I want the best client. I don't want to get on to the new client and feel like I'm on the old client, or it just feels weird. Like, I'm sure there's people that are beta testing and testing it right now that played in the past, that can look at the game and go, this doesn't look right, and let's make it look right. Or here's my feedback on it, and maybe they'll do something. And it looks like they're doing something, and I'm fine. We're in like a day and age of where a delay on something is always good news. I know it sucks, like, because you want, like, everybody just wants stuff, but delays are always best because you're gonna get better content. You don't want half-assed stuff. You just don't. Like, you feel like you want it, like, I want to play it now, blah blah blah, but you don't want it. You really don't, because all you're gonna do is complain about how it could be. So with the delay, I'm fantastic with it. Like, delay it all you want. They said this, I think they said early 2022. We're not even playing events, you know. And to be completely honest, the first regionals in March, I want to say that set it's gonna be the first week that set is legal. So maybe we'll have like 2 weeks with the set that you can practice online with. So it's not that big a deal. Like, there's not enough significant time that you get for competitive play with Pokemon Live for it to come out any sooner to really matter. You know, we're not playing competitive without the next set after Fusion Strike. So anything in between is just for fun. So, like, take your time. Dude, drop it with the next set. That's fine with me too. Like, it'll be fun. I just want it to be good, because I don't know if you guys remember, but watching the trailer, a lot of people, like, even on Twitter, posted out a lot of weird stuff that the trailer had. Like, they had the cards of your opponents facing you. If that makes sense. Like, you know, when you put cards down, you know, they're facing you, but when your opponents put cards down, they're facing them. Well, on the game, they were facing you, so it looked weird. I know it's not that big of a deal, but I think any person that's played the card game just looks at that and it kind of just looks weird. I know it's not that big of a deal, but I would rather it not look like that. So I'm hoping that we're making those types of changes where it just looks better, and there's no bugs. Like, we all know PTCGO has a bazillion bugs and it's weird and there's nothing really you can do about it. So the longer it takes to come out, the better. Just be happy that it's announced and that it's coming. Yeah, that's my hot take on that. Just let's chill. Let's get the competitive play coming, then let's get live. Let's talk. What is this? It's the V stars. I have I know there's probably a lot of new people watching this, and playing in eras where 3 prize Pokemon are very normal is sad. I don't know if you guys really realize how good a 2 prize Pokemon format is. Comparison. Like, there's so much more of counterplay, there's so much more of comeback mechanics that can come into play. Right now, like, well, I think we've talked in the past, cards like N, which, if you don't know, you shuffle, both players shuffle and draw as many prize cards as they have left. So like an N to 1 in a 3-card prize playstyle format where like VMAXs or tag teams is just not good. Like, because you're most likely ending them to 3, which is not like great. Like, they're probably going to get out of those 3 cards. That gives them 4 cards in hand at the start of their turn. They're probably going to have a way out. Where if you played in the past, you get them down to 1 card, you end them to 1, you play like Garbotoxin, which turns off all the abilities, and end to 1 Garbotoxin, go. That gives you such a good chance of making a comeback if you're behind. Even I played expanded game this weekend at my locals. So I went to my locals, guys. I mean, I know I talk like I don't go to that, but there was a pre-release I went to that. But we played one expanded deck. My buddy Kevin, who was also a host of this show at one point, but he had 2 expanded decks, and he had a lead on me. And in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna end him to 1 or end him to 2, and see if he can draw out of it. Well, for some reason, my deck didn't have an end in it, so we couldn't do that. But like, that being an option is really good for the game. Right now, there's very little to no comeback cards. There's no counter catchers. There's no counter energy. There's nothing like that. And even if that was in this format, it's not as effective with 3 prize Pokemon in the game. It's just not. So when I look at these V stars, and we got Charizard V Star, Arceus that have been announced, you know, and seeing that the 2 prizes really excites me. Obviously, we're gonna play with VMAXs. We're gonna play with 3 prize Pokemon for probably hopefully rotation gets all the way to this one. Maybe, probably not. We're gonna play with VMAXs for probably another year. So end of next season and the season after, there'll probably still be 3 prizers in there. But by then, you never know how effective those cards are going to be. But just the direction of going to 2 prizes is good. These ones are very like level X-ish, where you're evolving the same Pokemon into the same Pokemon, but now it has a V-Star name, and it has a GX mechanic that we've used in the past, where it used to be just an attack, or attack you can use once per game. Now they've added abilities that you can use once per game, which I always thought that was such a good mechanic, because I played in eras where it's just EXs and it's 2 prizes, and it's fun. But when you add in a very broken attack that you can only use once per game, and timing that attack at the right time brings a new aspect to the game, and it's very exciting and fun. And it's fair because I really get to use it, and I think it brings a aspect to the game that isn't very like overwhelming, you know. Obviously ADP was overwhelming. That GX tech is very strong, but it had counterplay, and it was tough, but it's still a good timing thing, like a good thing for the game, I think, and I'm glad they bring that back. If we look at this Charizard, it's not special. The V-Star's pretty good, as long as we get the fire support, which I believe we did get fire support with this too. We did. I read these cards at one point, but the Charizard V-Star has 280 HP, which is good. You know, it's a decent amount of HP. It's not a VMAX HP. It's not like 320 or whatever it is, 330. It's just under that. It only counts for 2 prizes. For a fire colorless, it does exploding fire, 130 plus. If this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, this attack does 100 more damage. So potentially just doing 230 if you have a damage counter on it, which I'm sure there's going to be ways to get a damage counter on it. And then it's V-Star attack, which you can only use once per game. Does 320 damage, and you discard 2 energies from this Pokemon. So you can consistently 2-shot anything, and you have a 1-shot, 1-time attack on a 3-prizer. Potentially 320, 310. There's potentially a 1-shot on a 3-prizer with this for 1 more energy, for 3 fire, 1 colors. The support it got is Kindler, which is a supporter that does, you must discard 1 fire energy from your hand in order to play this card. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose 2 of them, and put them into your hand. Not great. That's not a support card for this. That's a weird supporter. You're discarding a fire energy, you get to look at the top 7 and put up to any 2 of them in your hand. That's not horrible. It's not great. I'm sure it will sync with something. There's gonna be reasons you want fire energy in your discard, maybe, and there'll probably be very powerful item cards that you'll be able to play after looking at the top 7. That's my prediction. But we have a stadium here too. That's Magnum Basum. And it says once during each player's turn, the player can attach a fire energy from the discard pile to one of their bench fire Pokemon. If they do, put 2 damage counters on it. There you go. That's where you get the damage counters. I guess Kindler gets the fire energy into the discard pile. probably better ways to get the fire into the discard pile. Probably don't play Kindler. Unless there's some insane, like, synergy with some item cards or something. Probably don't play that. But we'll see. We'll see when we get all the cards from the set. But that's good. Good. There's your acceleration, the fire acceleration. And the damage counter just off the stadium. Yeah. Which makes Charizard playable. Like, at this point, if looking in at the format, Charizard's definitely a playable card, which is very abnormal for a Charizard card, you know? There's not many playable Charizards, never has been. They usually suck. We also got double turbo energy, which is double colorless, provides double colorless, but your attacks do 20 less damage. I don't think the 20 less damage matters. I think double colorless is a very strong card, has always been very strong. It makes a lot of cards. I'm sure there's a bunch of Pokemon that will benefit from this card. Especially with the attacks that do no damage. I'm pretty sure there's Durant that just mills for a DC, which can be played. It's not it. It gives you more. I know there's like twin energy or something, but there's no way to get special energy back. So this gives you more. There's just this card's good. It's busted. Card's gonna let. I'm sure there's a lot of cards that have like one water double colorless. Like that's always a thing. This is gonna make those cards a lot more playable. I'm excited to see that. We also had another supporter, Charon's Care. It says choose one of your colorless Pokemon with any damage counters on it. Put that Pokemon and all the cards attached to it into your hand. That is pretty busted. It's a Acerola. I think Acerola discards everything that's attached. And this puts it all back in your hand. That is pretty good. But it's for only colorless Pokemon. I believe so. Yeah. So, it's fair. Maybe. It matters what good colorless Pokemon are out there. That have high HP, that can heal and stall, and there's going to be options. This is a very playable card in some aspects. Those cards have always been good. Yeah, they've just always been Acerola, Super Scoop Ups. Like, that's good. That's pretty much for the leaks. The EBTs, if you go on Poke Beach, you can see the picture of the EBT. Very pretty EBTs. So, I'm sure we'll get a V-Star coin or V-Star ability token that you have to flip, which will be nice to have. So be excited for that. I'm excited for 2 prizes, to be honest. Some more Pokemon product. We had Ursulfu Battle Decks, which just kind of get you pretty much everything you need. It's going to get you single strikes and rapid strike Ursulfus. 3 Marnies are in it. 4 Quick Ball. 2 Switch, a Scrapper, 4 Tower of Darkness, 4 Urns, so 4 Single Strike Energy, 4 Stone Energy, 4 Professor Junipers, or Researches, Escape Ropes, Evil Incense, Boss's Orders, 2 of them, your Houndours, Yeah, that gives you a 4/3 on the Houndooms, which kind of annoying, but it's a really good product for anyone new. Probably want to hit that because this one gets you the Octilleries, the bosses, the escape ropes, the rapid strikes, Cincinnos, ball, scoop up net, stone energy, and rapid strike energy. I'm so glad Pokemon put out competitive-esque product like this. I talked that in the past. Streamlining players into competitive play will only grow the game. When there's no hurdles, you can buy something like this for $20 and get yourself 80%, 80 to 90%, a full-on competitive top-tier deck. You can't ask for more. I mean, the only thing better than this would be is if they went and when a regional, whoever won the regional took that deck and put it in a product and just said, here's a competitive deck that won a regional, here you go, which is pop. I mean, who knows? Maybe they will do that, maybe they won't, but who knows? But that's the only thing that gets it better than product like this. Yeah. But that's pretty much it, guys. It's gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow. Every week we get some type of news, so we'll definitely cover it. But we got 5 months, 4 months, 4 or 5 months until Pokemon Regionals competitive play starts. I'm not sure when League Cups and League Challenges will start. We'll see. Make sure you check your points. If you played last year, go online, check your points, see how close you are. Try to make that run for it. If you haven't played before, just get prepped, get ready. Do some grinding, play some online. Go to your locals to have fun. Yeah, check out the playlist down below for all that great Pokemon knowledge that you could ever want. I'm really going to push that playlist. I think it's content that that's just not out there for people. Definitely go listen to all the greats talk about how they got to where they are. Get you excited to watch them when competitive play turns back up. I think a lot of those get you behind these players. You get a real good insight on their lifestyles, and you become a fan when you listen to those types of podcasts. So definitely go down below, check those out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's grow this podcast. Share this all with your friends. Leave down comments below of anything you want to hear on the podcast. I appreciate any feedback. You can DM me, you can DM Bradner, Rahul on Twitter, Carter on Twitter. We'll reply to anything. I reply to every comment down below. If you leave a review, I'll start reading those. So go on iTunes, leave a review on the podcast. At the end of the day, guys, we're going to be here. I'm going to try to pump one out for you every Monday. We'll get the one-on-ones going back when competitive play starts. Me and Celio will do one in December. It's a yearly thing. I'm sure he'll be down. We'll look out for that one next month. And maybe I have really good fun with that, and we just we start the one-on-ones next month. So we'll see how that goes. But guys, for now, I'm just gonna scoop it up.